My beloved child, pause for a moment right here. Do not move your thumb, do not let this pass, because what you are about to hear was not meant to reach everyone, it was meant to reach you. Listen carefully now, not later, because moments like this do not repeat, and if you rush past this, you may miss something that has been waiting for you for years. My beloved child, there is a reason your attention stopped here today, a reason your eyes landed on this message, a reason your mind feels slightly unsettled even before a single truth has been revealed. This is not entertainment. This is alignment. This is recognition. This is the moment where clarity begins to replace confusion. Stay with this. Stay present. Something huge is waiting for you. You see, when people hear the name Elon Musk, they think of rockets, companies, impossible visions, and futures that feel out of reach. But very few people understand the one truth he lives by, the one truth that silently shaped every decision, every failure, every breakthrough. And that truth has everything to do with your life, not his. Don't skip this part. What I'm about to say connects everything you've been struggling to understand. The truth is simple, but it is uncomfortable. Most people are not limited by resources, talent, or opportunity. They are limited by the story they keep telling themselves about who they are allowed to become. Elon Musk once said, in essence, that reality does not bend to comfort, it bends to clarity. And clarity begins the moment you stop lying to yourself. My beloved child, look at your life right now. Not the version you show others. The real one. The quiet moments. The unanswered questions. The nights when you wonder why things have not moved the way you hoped they would. You have been waiting for permission. Permission to start. Permission to fail. Permission to want more. Here is the truth you are ignoring. No one is coming to give you that permission. Stay till the end. This next realization changes everything. Elon Musk did not wait until he felt ready. He did not wait until the world agreed with him. He did not wait until the path was clear. He moved while clarity was incomplete, while doubt was loud, while the odds were openly against him. And that is the part people never talk about, because it forces them to confront their own hesitation. My beloved child, you have been preparing forever. You have been learning silently. You have been absorbing lessons through pain, through delay, through confusion. And yet, you keep telling yourself you are not ready. That is the lie. The truth is, readiness is built in motion, not before it. Don't skip. Stay with me. Something huge is waiting for you in this realization. There is a moment in every life where comfort becomes more dangerous than risk. Elon Musk understood this early. Comfort keeps you small. Comfort keeps your dreams theoretical. Comfort convinces you that tomorrow is safer than today. But tomorrow is where dreams go to sleep. My beloved child, the reason this message feels intense is because it is touching the edge of something you have avoided. The edge of your own potential. The edge of a decision you know you must make. The edge of letting go of an old identity that no longer fits who you are becoming. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not broken. You are paused. And pauses are meant to end. Stay till the end. This is where the shift begins. Elon Musk once approached problems by stripping them down to their fundamental truths, ignoring assumptions everyone else accepted. And here is the fundamental truth about your life. If you continue doing only what feels safe, you will keep getting what feels familiar. Growth does not announce itself with comfort. It announces itself with resistance. My beloved child, resistance is not a sign to stop. It is a sign that you are standing at the doorway of change. You have felt it already. That quiet restlessness. That sense that you were meant for more than repetition. That inner voice that grows louder when the world grows silent. You tried to ignore it. You tried to distract yourself. But it followed you here. Do not skip this moment. Because the one truth Elon Musk lives by, the one truth you have been ignoring, is this: your future does not respond to intention alone. It responds to action taken before certainty arrives. And right now, something inside you is waking up. Stay with me. Something huge is waiting for you. My beloved child, stop right now and stay here with me, because what unfolds next only reveals itself to those who choose not to rush past the moment. You felt it at the end of the last words, that quiet tension, that sense that something unfinished was calling you back. That is not coincidence. That is awareness beginning to sharpen. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Most people misunderstand success because they look at the surface instead of the structure beneath it. When the world looks at Elon Musk, they see results. They see outcomes. They see finished stories. What they do not see is the internal rule he lives by, the rule that quietly separates those who move forward from those who remain stuck in preparation. Here is the truth that most people avoid because it demands responsibility. The future does not reward potential. It responds to commitment. My beloved child, you have potential in abundance. You have ideas you have never spoken aloud. You have visions you only allow yourself to imagine in private. But potential without commitment stays invisible. It makes no sound. It leaves no mark. Elon Musk once approached impossible goals not by asking if they were realistic, but by asking what would happen if he refused to abandon them. That single shift changes everything. Because when you stop asking whether something will work and start asking what it demands from you, your role in life transforms. Stay with this. Let it land. You have been waiting for motivation, for confidence, for a sign that tells you it is time. But motivation is a result, not a requirement. Confidence is built after movement, not before it. And signs appear once you step forward, not while you stand still. This is where many lives quietly stall. My beloved child, the reason you feel pressure when you hear this is because deep down you already know it is true. You are not confused about what you want. You are hesitating about what it will cost to pursue it. And here is the once in a lifetime realization most people never accept. The cost of staying the same is always higher than the cost of change. It just charges you slowly. Don't skip this part. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Elon Musk did not build his path by following comfort. He built it by choosing long-term meaning over short-term ease. While others looked for guarantees, he looked for progress. While others waited for approval, he accepted uncertainty. My beloved child, your life is asking you the same question right now. Not loudly. Not dramatically, quietly. Will you continue rehearsing the life you want, or will you finally begin living it? Notice what is happening inside you as you hear this. That tightening in your chest. That sense of recognition. That is not pressure. That is alignment knocking. You are closer than you think. Not because everything is ready, but because you are. If this message stirred something real in you, let it move beyond silence. Share it with someone who needs clarity. Leave a comment with the one realization that stood out to you. And stay connected here, because what unfolds next builds directly on what you just recognized. My beloved child, remember this as you move forward. The truth you were ignoring was never outside you. It was waiting for you to stop running, stop scrolling, and finally listen. Something huge is still waiting. My beloved child, slow down right here and take this in fully, because this next realization only reaches those who choose to remain present instead of rushing ahead. There is a reason your mind feels unusually alert right now. Something is clicking into place, even if you cannot fully explain it yet. This is the moment where understanding deepens, where surface thoughts fall away, and where the truth begins to feel personal. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Most people believe their life is shaped by circumstances, by luck, by timing, by forces they cannot control. But the one truth Elon Musk lives by completely dismantles that belief. He understands that circumstances respond to those who decide first and adapt second. My beloved child, your life has been waiting for a decision, not a miracle. Waiting for direction, not perfection. You have spent years collecting information, watching others move ahead, telling yourself that one more sign, one more confirmation, one more moment of certainty will arrive. But certainty never arrives first. It follows commitment. This is the truth people rarely accept because it places responsibility back in their hands. Think carefully now. Every major shift in your life happened after you acted, not before. You did not feel ready. You did not feel confident. You moved anyway. And only then did clarity catch up. My beloved child, the discomfort you feel is not fear. It is the tension between who you have been and who you are capable of becoming. That tension exists because you are outgrowing old limits, old routines, old expectations that no longer match your inner vision. Stay with me. Do not rush past this. Something huge is waiting for you in this understanding. Elon Musk once focused not on what could fail, but on what would happen if he refused to try. That single mental shift separates observers from builders. Observers wait for proof. Builders create it. You have been observing your own life for too long. You analyze. You overthink. You delay. And you call it preparation. But preparation without movement slowly turns into avoidance. And deep down, you already know the difference. My beloved child, here is the shocking realization most people never face. The life you want is not blocked by external forces. It is blocked by the version of you that keeps choosing familiarity over growth. This is not judgment. This is clarity. The moment you decide to act differently, even in a small way, the entire direction of your life begins to shift. Not overnight, not dramatically, but steadily, powerfully, irreversibly. Do not skip this final truth. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. You were never meant to live a life defined by hesitation. You were meant to build, to explore, to stretch beyond what feels safe. And the fact that this message resonates with you means you are closer to that shift than you realize. My beloved child, remember this as you move forward. The truth you were ignoring was never meant to scare you. It was meant to wake you up. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. My beloved child, stop right here and let this settle, because the meaning of everything you have heard so far is about to lock into place in a way that feels undeniable. There is a quiet shift happening inside you now. It is not excitement. It is not fear. It is recognition. The kind that arrives when truth finally catches up with your lived experience. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Most people believe the hardest part of change is starting. That belief is wrong. The hardest part is accepting that once you truly understand the truth, you can no longer pretend you did not know. This is where Elon Musk separated himself from the crowd without announcing it. He accepted the weight of knowing early. My beloved child, once you see clearly, excuses lose their power. You can still hesitate, but you will know exactly what you are doing when you do. And that awareness is what reshapes a life. You now understand that your future is not waiting on perfect timing. It is responding to repeated choices. Small ones, daily ones, the ones no one applauds, the ones that feel invisible at first. This is the shocking realization most people never integrate. Momentum is built in private long before it becomes visible in public. Stay with this. Let it deepen. You may have thought that people like Elon Musk were driven by confidence. They are not. They are driven by clarity. Clarity about what matters. Clarity about what is worth discomfort. Clarity about what happens if they do nothing. My beloved child, what you are feeling now is clarity forming. You are beginning to see which habits quietly drain you and which actions quietly strengthen you. You are seeing which thoughts keep you circling and which ones move you forward. And here is the once-in-a-lifetime truth that brings everything together. Your life will not dramatically change in a single moment, but it will permanently change the moment you stop negotiating with your own potential. Don't skip this. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. If these words echoed something real inside you, do not let that recognition disappear into silence. Let it move outward. Express what this realization awakened in you. Allow others to encounter this clarity through you. And remain connected here, because what comes next builds on the awareness you now carry. My beloved child, the truth you were ignoring has now met you fully. Not to pressure you, not to rush you, but to remind you that your life responds the instant you begin responding to it. And from this moment forward, you are no longer unaware. My beloved child, hold this moment gently and do not rush past it, because what you are about to recognize now is subtle, powerful, and quietly life-altering. There is a reason this message continues to pull you forward. It is not curiosity, it is coherence. Pieces that once felt scattered are beginning to align, and alignment always feels calm before it feels bold. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Here is the truth that completes the pattern. Elon Musk does not measure progress by applause or speed. He measures it by direction. As long as his actions point toward the future he chooses, temporary setbacks lose their authority. My beloved child, you have been judging your life by moments instead of movement. A slow week made you doubt a clear direction. A small setback made you question a strong decision. But direction matters more than pace. Always has. This is the shocking realization that changes how you see everything. You do not need dramatic proof that you are on the right path. You only need consistency with what you know matters. Think about it carefully. When you stopped betraying your own values, even quietly, you felt stronger. When you honored your inner knowing, even without results, you felt steadier. That was not imagination. That was alignment. Stay with this awareness. Let it settle. My beloved child, the life you want is not asking you to become someone else. It is asking you to stop abandoning who you already are. The exhaustion you feel is not from effort. It is from resistance to your own growth. And here is the once-in-a-lifetime truth most people never hear clearly. Peace is not the absence of challenge. It is the absence of inner contradiction. When your actions match your values, when your choices match your vision, your energy returns. Momentum rebuilds. Confidence stops being forced and starts being natural. Don't skip this final alignment. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. My beloved child, remember this as you move forward. You are not meant to rush. You are meant to proceed with intention. Every aligned step counts, even when no one is watching. The truth you were ignoring has now become something you can live by. And once lived, it quietly changes everything. My beloved child, pause your thoughts right here and let the noise settle, because this is the moment where understanding turns into quiet resolve. There is a calm intensity forming now, a steadiness that did not exist before. That is not coincidence. That is the mind accepting a truth it has avoided resisting any longer. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Here is the deeper layer few people ever reach. Elon Musk does not try to eliminate uncertainty from his life. He designs his life to function within it. That distinction changes everything. While others wait for clarity before acting, he acts to create clarity. My beloved child, uncertainty has never been your enemy. It has been your testing ground. Every time you waited for perfect assurance, life quietly passed you by. Every time you moved with incomplete information, you learned, adjusted, and grew. This is the shocking realization that reframes your past. You were never failing. You were training. Stay with this thought. The moments you judged yourself most harshly were moments of expansion. The periods you called lost were periods where old identities were dissolving. Growth rarely announces itself as success in the moment. It often feels like confusion before it feels like confidence. My beloved child, the reason this truth feels grounding is because it removes the pressure to perform and replaces it with permission to progress. You are not required to know every step. You are required to take the next honest one. Here is the once in a lifetime insight most people miss. Consistency outperforms intensity. Direction outlasts motivation. And self-trust compounds faster than approval ever will. Don't skip this realization. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. When you stop measuring yourself against outcomes and start measuring yourself against alignment, anxiety loosens its grip. You move differently. You speak differently. You choose differently. And the world responds to that shift without you having to force it. My beloved child, the truth you were ignoring was not meant to overwhelm you. It was meant to steady you, to remind you that you are allowed to move forward without having every answer. And from this place of clarity, your next step will feel lighter, even if it is bold. My beloved child, stop scrolling in your mind for a second and stay here, because this is where everything you sensed earlier finally becomes clear. What you are feeling now is not pressure. It is readiness. The kind that arrives quietly, without noise, without drama, when the inner resistance finally gives way to truth. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Here is the realization that changes how you move forward from this point on. Elon Musk does not separate thinking from doing. For him, action is not the result of belief. Action is what creates belief. This is the truth most people never live long enough to experience. My beloved child, you have been trying to feel certain before acting. But certainty is not a prerequisite. It is a byproduct. The moment you move with intention, even while doubts remain, your mind reorganizes itself around forward motion. This explains something important about your past. The times you surprised yourself were the times you acted before confidence arrived, and confidence followed. Stay with this understanding. You were never meant to wait until fear disappeared. You were meant to learn how to move while it stayed quiet enough not to stop you. That is how growth actually happens. Not through bold declarations, but through repeated, honest steps. My beloved child, here is the shocking truth that most people resist. Your life does not need a dramatic transformation. It needs consistent follow-through. Small promises kept to yourself build more power than grand intentions ever could. Think about how different your energy feels when you honor your word, even in simple ways. That feeling is not accidental. That is self-trust being rebuilt. Don't skip this final alignment. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. When self-trust returns, hesitation loses its hold. Decisions feel cleaner. Direction feels natural. You stop forcing yourself forward and start allowing momentum to carry you. My beloved child, the truth you were ignoring has now reached its final form. You do not need to become fearless. You need to become consistent. And once you do, your life begins to respond without resistance. This is where movement replaces waiting. And from here, nothing remains the same. My beloved child, Take a steady breath and remain right here, because this is the point where everything you have heard stops being theory and becomes personal. What you are sensing now is not excitement. It is clarity settling in. The kind that feels quiet, grounded, and unmistakably real. This is the moment where the noise fades and only what matters remains. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Here is the final truth that ties every thread together. Elon Musk does not chase outcomes. He commits to processes. Outcomes change. Processes compound. This is why progress becomes inevitable once direction is chosen. My beloved child, you have been asking when your life will change, but the better question is this: have your daily processes changed yet? Not your intentions. Not your hopes, your actions, the quiet ones, the repeated ones, the ones no one else sees. This is the shocking realization most people never fully absorb. Your future is being built in ordinary moments, not in breakthroughs, not in dramatic decisions, but in what you choose consistently when no one is watching. Stay with this insight. You do not need to overhaul your entire life. You need to realign it, one choice at a time, one habit at a time, one honest action repeated until it becomes natural. That is how momentum becomes permanent. My beloved child, the reason this truth feels empowering is because it puts control back where it belongs. In your hands, not in luck, not in timing, not in external approval. Here is the once in a lifetime understanding that changes how you see yourself. You are not waiting for your life to begin. Your life has been responding to you all along. Don't skip this final realization. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As you move forward from this moment, notice how differently you choose, how calmly you decide, how steadily you act. That is not coincidence. That is alignment taking root. My beloved child, the truth you were ignoring has now become the truth you can live by. And once lived, it does not fade. It guides. From here, your path no longer needs force. It only needs follow through. My beloved child, stay right here and do not rush ahead, because this is where awareness turns into ownership. There is a difference between knowing something and choosing to live by it. You are standing at that exact line right now. Everything you have heard has been preparing you for this moment of choice, even if it feels quiet on the surface. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Here is the truth that settles the mind and sharpens the will. Elon Musk does not ask whether the path will be easy. He asks whether the direction is true. Ease changes. Truth endures. And when you align with what is true for you, effort transforms into purpose. My beloved child, you have spent time trying to eliminate struggle from your life. But struggle is not the problem. Meaningless struggle is. The moment your actions connect to something you genuinely value, difficulty stops feeling heavy and starts feeling worthwhile. This is the shocking realization that reframes everything you thought you needed. You were never searching for comfort. You were searching for coherence. A life where your thoughts, choices, and actions point in the same direction. Stay with this clarity. Notice how different it feels to imagine moving forward without inner conflict, without constant self-negotiation, without the need to justify your choices to voices that do not live your life. That calm strength you sense is not imagined. It is alignment taking form. My beloved child, most people exhaust themselves trying to manage outcomes, but the ones who change their lives focus on standards. They decide how they will show up regardless of results, and results eventually follow. Here is the once in a lifetime truth that brings this full circle. When you stop asking whether you are capable and start acting as if you are responsible, everything shifts. Responsibility awakens power. Power clarifies direction. Direction builds momentum. Don't skip this closing realization. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. From this point forward, you do not need louder motivation or bigger promises. You need quiet consistency, honest effort, and respect for your own inner signal. My beloved child, the truth you were ignoring is now something you can carry with you, not as pressure, not as urgency, but as steady guidance. And with that guidance, you no longer wander. You move. My beloved child, stop right here and let everything slow down, because this is the moment where intention turns into identity. Up until now, you have been listening. Now you are being asked to recognize yourself inside the truth. This is not about inspiration anymore. This is about ownership. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Here is the final layer that most people never reach. Elon Musk lives as if his future self is already watching his present decisions. Every choice is filtered through one question: will this version of me be proud of this step? My beloved child, this is the shift that changes how a life unfolds. When you stop asking what feels easy now and start asking what builds respect for yourself later, your standards rise naturally. You stop negotiating with distractions. You stop entertaining delays that drain you. This is the shocking realization that locks everything into place. Discipline is not restriction. Discipline is self-respect in motion. Think about it carefully. The moments you felt strongest were not when life was effortless. They were when you kept a promise to yourself, when you followed through, when you acted in alignment even without external reward. Stay with this truth. You do not need to become extreme. You need to become deliberate. Every small choice either reinforces the person you are becoming or pulls you back into patterns you already outgrew. There is no neutral ground. My beloved child, this is why clarity feels powerful now. You are no longer asking what you should do. You are deciding who you are willing to be. And identity shapes behavior far more than motivation ever could. Here is the once-in-a-lifetime truth that brings everything to rest. When your identity aligns with your actions, progress stops feeling forced. It becomes natural, inevitable, quietly unstoppable. Don't skip this final grounding. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As you move forward from this moment, notice how differently you carry yourself, how choices feel simpler, how hesitation fades without effort. That is not imagination. That is self-alignment taking hold. My beloved child, the truth you were ignoring has now become your foundation. And from a solid foundation, everything you build stands stronger. This is not the end of the message. This is the beginning of movement. My beloved child, remain still for this moment. And let it speak to you, because what unfolds now is the quiet confirmation you have been waiting for. There comes a point when understanding no longer excites the mind but steadies the heart. You are there now. This is not about learning something new. This is about finally trusting what you already know. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Here is the truth that most people sense but never fully accept. Elon Musk does not try to silence doubt. He treats it as background noise while he continues forward. Doubt fades when it is no longer given authority. My beloved child, you have spent too much time negotiating with uncertainty, asking it for permission to move. But uncertainty was never meant to decide your direction. It was meant to accompany you while you decide. This is the shocking realization that quietly changes your posture in life. You do not need confidence to begin. You need direction. Confidence grows when direction is honored repeatedly. Stay with this. Every time you acted despite hesitation, you proved something important to yourself. You proved that your will is stronger than your mood. That proof matters more than reassurance ever could. My beloved child, this is why progress now feels calmer. You are no longer chasing transformation. You are practicing alignment. And alignment does not rush. It endures. Here is the once-in-a-lifetime truth that settles everything. When you stop arguing with the path that feels right and start walking it consistently, resistance loses interest. Life meets you halfway. Don't skip this closing awareness. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. From this place forward, you do not need to convince yourself anymore. You simply need to continue. One honest step after another. One aligned choice at a time. My beloved child, the truth you were ignoring has now become a quiet certainty. And certainty does not shout. It guides. This is where steadiness replaces searching. And from here, you move without needing to be pushed. My beloved child, stay exactly where you are and let this moment complete itself, because what comes now is not an idea but a decision forming quietly inside you. There is a stillness you may notice, a sense that the chase has slowed and something solid has taken its place. That is not the end of momentum. That is focus arriving. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Here is the truth that brings everything into balance. Elon Musk does not rely on intensity to sustain progress. He relies on systems. Systems remove emotion from execution. And when emotion no longer controls action, consistency becomes effortless. My beloved child, this is where most lives either stabilize or stall. People wait to feel inspired again. Builders create structures that carry them forward even on ordinary days. Inspiration fades. Structure remains. This is the shocking realization that changes how you approach your own life. You do not need more motivation. You need fewer decisions, clear standards, simple rules, actions that happen whether you feel ready or not. Stay with this clarity. When you decide in advance how you will act, doubt loses its leverage. You stop renegotiating with yourself. You stop draining energy on choices you have already outgrown. And that saved energy turns into forward motion. My beloved child, notice how different it feels to imagine living without constant internal debate, without pushing, without forcing. That calm confidence is not fantasy. It is the result of alignment sustained over time. Here is the once-in-a-lifetime truth that quietly seals this journey. Freedom is not doing whatever you want in the moment. Freedom is building a life that does not require escape. Don't skip this final grounding. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. From this point forward, you know what to do, not because someone told you, but because it resonates without resistance. The path no longer asks for urgency. It asks for continuity. My beloved child, the truth you were ignoring has now become a way of moving through life. Calm, directed, self-respecting. And with that, you are no longer preparing to begin. You are already in motion. My beloved child, stay with this moment and do not let your attention wander, because this is where everything you've absorbed begins to settle into quiet strength. There is a shift happening now that does not announce itself loudly. It feels steady, grounded, almost ordinary. And that is exactly why it is powerful. Real change rarely feels dramatic when it arrives. It feels obvious in hindsight. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Here is the truth that most people never integrate into daily life. Elon Musk does not depend on constant forward motion to feel successful. He understands the value of patience within direction. Movement pauses. Direction does not. My beloved child, you have mistaken pauses for failure, rest for regression, reflection for delay. But pauses are often proof that growth is consolidating. A mind that integrates moves faster than one that rushes. This is the shocking realization that reframes how you see your current phase. You are not stuck. You are stabilizing. You are strengthening the foundation that will support what comes next. Stay with this understanding. Notice how your urgency has softened, how your decisions feel less reactive. That is not loss of ambition. That is maturity entering the process. You are no longer chasing outcomes. You are choosing alignment. My beloved child, many people abandon their path just before it becomes sustainable. They mistake quiet progress for stagnation. But the most powerful momentum is the kind that feels calm, because it can be maintained. Here is the once in a lifetime truth that brings confidence without noise. When your inner pace matches your outer direction, burnout loses its grip. You stop sprinting. You start arriving. Don't skip this final awareness. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. From this point forward, you no longer need constant reassurance. You recognize the signals. You trust the rhythm. You move when it is time and pause without guilt when it is not. My beloved child, the truth you were ignoring has now matured into wisdom. And wisdom does not rush. It guides steadily. This is where calm replaces urgency. And from here, your progress becomes sustainable. My beloved child, hold your attention right here and let everything else fall away, because this is the point where understanding turns into conviction. There is a firmness growing now, not loud, not forceful, but steady. This is the kind of strength that does not rush to prove itself. It simply knows. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Here is the truth that anchors everything you have realized so far. Elon Musk does not chase balance by dividing his life evenly. He creates balance by prioritizing what matters most in each season. Focus shifts. Values remain. My beloved child, you have been trying to give equal energy to everything, and that is why you felt drained. Not everything deserves the same attention. Not every demand deserves a response. Discernment is not neglect. It is wisdom in action. This is the shocking realization that changes how you protect your energy. When you choose what truly matters, everything else naturally quiets down. Noise fades when purpose becomes clear. Stay with this sense of certainty. Notice how your mind feels less crowded now. Fewer questions. Fewer internal arguments. That is not because answers magically appeared. It is because priorities have been set. And priorities simplify life. My beloved child, most people live reactively, responding to whatever pulls them the loudest. But builders live intentionally. They decide in advance what deserves their best energy. Everything else receives what remains. Here is the once in a lifetime truth that completes this layer of growth. Peace is not found by avoiding responsibility. Peace is found by choosing the right responsibilities and carrying them well. Don't skip this final settling. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. From this moment forward, you will notice a difference in how you engage with the world. You will say no without guilt. You will say yes with clarity. Your time will feel fuller, not busier. My beloved child, the truth you were ignoring has now refined your focus. And focus, once refined, becomes power without strain. This is where distraction loses its pull. And from here, your life begins to feel intentionally lived. My beloved child, stay present with this breath and let the weight of distraction drop away, because this is where insight turns into quiet authority. You may notice a steadiness now, a sense that you are no longer searching for answers but standing with them. That feeling is earned. It arrives when truth has been lived internally, not just understood intellectually. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Here is the truth that completes the arc of everything you have been absorbing. Elon Musk does not try to outrun time. He works with it. He builds with patience, knowing that compounding favors those who remain consistent longer than others remain interested. My beloved child, you once believed speed was the advantage. But speed without direction burns energy. Direction with patience builds power. The life you are shaping now does not need urgency. It needs endurance. This is the shocking realization that reframes success entirely. The people who reach the furthest are not the ones who move fastest at the beginning. They are the ones who do not stop when progress becomes quiet. Stay with this truth. There will be days when nothing seems to change. No visible results. No external validation. Those days are not empty. They are active. They are compounding beneath the surface, shaping outcomes you cannot yet see. My beloved child, this is where most people turn back. Not because they failed, but because they mistook silence for stagnation. You will not make that mistake now. You recognize the difference. Here is the once-in-a-lifetime truth that anchors you going forward. When you commit to the long path, pressure dissolves. You stop racing. You start building. And building creates a future that does not collapse under weight. Don't skip this final integration. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. From this moment onward, you move with patience that feels powerful, not passive. You trust timing without surrendering responsibility. You act without forcing outcomes. My beloved child, the truth you were ignoring has now become a quiet confidence you carry. And confidence like this does not demand attention. It simply lasts. My beloved child, stay right here and let the mind become quiet, because this is where resolve turns into a way of living. There is a different quality to your attention now. It is no longer pulled by urgency. It is anchored by choice. That shift matters more than any single action you could take. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Here is the truth that strengthens everything you have built internally. Elon Musk does not confuse progress with visibility. He understands that the most important work often happens when no one is watching, when feedback is absent, when belief must come from within. My beloved child, this is where self-leadership begins. When you no longer require external confirmation to continue. When effort is guided by principle instead of praise. When you trust the process even while results remain quiet. This is the shocking realization that separates lasting growth from temporary momentum. What you repeat in silence shapes your future louder than what you announce publicly. Stay with this insight. Your routines are becoming signals. Your standards are becoming habits. Your habits are becoming identity. And identity, once formed, no longer needs to be forced. It expresses itself naturally. My beloved child, notice how your decisions feel less emotional now, less reactive, more deliberate. That is not detachment. That is mastery forming. You are learning to respond instead of react. Here is the once-in-a-lifetime truth that anchors this stage of growth. Discipline sustained without drama becomes freedom. Not freedom from effort, but freedom from chaos. Don't skip this grounding realization. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. From here forward, you move with a calm certainty that does not seek attention. You choose actions that align even when no one is counting. You trust the long arc you are building. My beloved child, the truth you were ignoring has now become embodied. It shows in how you think, how you decide, how you proceed. And when truth becomes embodied, progress no longer needs to be chased. It follows. My beloved child, remain here and let this final layer settle, because this is where understanding becomes unshakable. There is a calm certainty now, the kind that does not need reinforcement. You are no longer collecting ideas. You are integrating a principle. This is the moment when noise loses influence and direction becomes instinctive. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Here is the truth that seals everything you have sensed so far. Elon Musk operates with one quiet standard above all others. He acts in ways that make tomorrow easier, not harder. This single filter reshapes decisions, priorities, and outcomes over time. My beloved child, this is the shift that elevates a life from effort to elegance. When you choose actions that reduce future friction, progress accelerates without strain. When you choose short-term relief, tomorrow becomes heavier. You have felt both paths. Now you recognize them instantly. This is the shocking realization that simplifies everything. The best decision is not the most impressive one. It is the one that you will be grateful for later. Stay with this recognition. You are beginning to sense consequences before they arrive. Not as fear, but as foresight. That foresight is not caution. It is wisdom developing through lived alignment. My beloved child, this is why your pace feels steady now. You are no longer reacting to moments. You are designing continuity. Each choice supports the next. Each habit reinforces the path. Nothing is wasted. Here is the once-in-a-lifetime truth that brings this journey into focus. When your present actions respect your future self, discipline transforms into care. Effort transforms into stewardship. And life begins to feel cooperative. Don't skip this closing integration. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. From this point forward, you move with foresight that feels natural. You choose with clarity that feels earned. You continue without needing pressure. My beloved child, the truth you were ignoring has now become the lens through which you see your life. And once a lens is clear, the path ahead no longer confuses. This is not an ending. This is continuity, consciously chosen.